Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Witcher 3. So, yeah, you see that diagram, Greater Glyph of Mending? For some reason, that item just ended up in my inventory when I purchased it at the beginning of the last episode. I was like really confused as to why I didn't learn the crafting diagram when I purchased it. Usually you auto-learn it when you purchase the diagram, but this time it just went into my inventory and I had to like manually go in there to learn it. But it's a little too late now, but hey. I mean, we got it. It's not anything strange that we didn't happen to learn that diagram, but hey, whatever. Just, I thought I would point that out in the interest of full disclosure. Well, anyways, we're going to do the main quest in this episode. And what was it about? Yeah, we're going to see that little kid who was shining Dettlaf's boots. So there it is. Let's go. Kid is just going to be in Beauclair.
Drooping bumps, drooping danglies.
Alright, what's going on here? Here it is. A poster, like an ad for his services. Sleet, snow, or sludge. I'll clean your boots of every smudge. Yeah.
My legs. I can't.
Alright, so where is he? Over here? You're not him. That is definitely not him.
Blacks don't usually work nights. Need to come back during the day.
It is basically daytime. I mean, 5 a.m. seems to be about the right time for someone to start working this particular job. Because I feel like nobles would want their shoes shined before they go to work. And 5 a.m. Okay, whatever. It's fine. We'll just meditate here like a hobo.
While I've the inclination.
Alright, let's go to, I don't know, what, 7 o'clock? 8 o'clock. Okay. He's got to start working by now, right? Yep, there he is.
You little fart.
Whatever's the problem, kind sirs?
This smut. Rain or shine, it's all right here. And now we know why.
You dump your waste in front of our shop? We saw you.
Oh, he's running a little scam, it looks like.
So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pates, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather! I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks will dirty their boots, go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone.
Just who the spit are you?
Oh, we get another one of these. We can choose who we decide to be. I can be his father. Just a regular witcher or none of your business. That's the one.
All you need to know is, long as I'm here, you're not gonna touch the boy.
Is that so? Then we'll come find him once you're gone.
Try it, and I'll find you.
East. We'll pummel the swine first, then spank the piglet. Get him!
Really? You guys are just gonna... Do you see the armor I'm wearing? Please, guys. I mean, you're just lucky this is a fist brawl and not a sword fight. Because the AI does like to cheese these victories with those fast jabs. Yeah. I really don't want to lose this one. I'm gonna drink a potion because I am not in the interest of losing to these guys.
I've lost again.
You know, the only way you can get some damage off on these guys is to parry their attacks and then... Is it called parry? When you block with your hands? Or whatever. You have to block their hits and then counter attack. If you just try to go in for the attack right away, you will never hit them. Oh my god, my armor bonus effect actually just activated on this guy. Alright. There we go. And please, just lie down. Thank you.
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
I'm investigating the beast, on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And these men, what are they doing?
They are... I don't know. They, you know what? Let's not give them trouble. Okay. They started a brawl with me, but still. It's just a misunderstanding.
Nothing really. Had a little misunderstanding. Figured it out, though.
Uh-huh, I see. As the Duchess's protege, you may go. But this lot, that's another matter. You'll come with us. Some time in a cell ought to scare the dimwits out of you.
I guess their fates
Come on.
were already sealed, no matter what choice we made.
You're very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
Shining boots? Me? I don't know if witchers are in that trade.
Yeah? How you imagine that working?
Splendidly. That's how. I suggest a partnership, where I see to the boots while you stand guard. And as you're the stronger, come morn you take the chamber pot out and help me make mud.
Bit about the mud's true? They were right to want to box your ears.
I've got to make a living somehow. So, what say you, sir? Partners?
Let me think about it.
He is running a scam after all. Brass little kid. Alright, but he surely remembers Dettlaf?
Listen, I'm interested in a certain gentleman.
Wait! Before we get to talking, please, take a seat.
Alright.
But my boots are clean.
In this city, no boots are clean unless they've just come off my stand. A seat, sir, please.
Polish those metal sabatons of mine.
So then, who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival? Indeed. I hear a faint bell ringing. A modest sum might make it sing out loud and clear.
How much?
Let's say 500 crowns.
Are you kidding me?
What? Gotta be kidding.
Yeah.
What would you even do with that kind of coin?
Expand my venture. I'm sure you can imagine. Have a proper stand with a big sign. I want a new box too. New polishes, new brushes. And if I've enough coin left, I'll buy a share in a launderer's. Get wastewater for free.
Got it all planned out.
I should think so. Capital is all I require.
Oh my goodness. This kid, he's gonna go in far in life, but with that kind of attitude, maybe he won't. Okay, so I can either cast an Axie on him, which doesn't feel right. And, you know, like he's just a kid. Or I can negotiate to get this price down, because seriously, 500 crowns, that's so much money. You know what is the going rate for killing a Sheomar these days? About 300 crowns, and this kid wants like almost double that? No, not for information.
Alright. Let's see if we can't figure something out.
Oh god, okay, this time we have to negotiate down. There's no way I'm paying 500. Yeah, like, 250 is like the lowest I can go down to. Oh my god, I should just use Axie. Okay, let's start at... He's not gonna agree to this, but let's start at like 280, 285.
That's not even worth the spit I'd need to use to discuss it.
Are you kidding me? 285 crowns? Please, kid, just stop it. Fine. Since we're already in this hole, let's just pay my... I guess when the annoyance level goes up to maximum, so unlike with regular contracts where you get the minimum, he'll just charge you the maximum. Or maybe I'll have another chance to like Axie him, because this is a lot of money to pay, and I need my money to buy things. So let's just see what happens. In the name of science, let's see what happens when I get his annoyance level to maximum. So he didn't like 285. How about, let's play a little cheeky with him. How about 286?
Out of the question. Quite simply, no.
Kid, you are really pushing my buttons. I'm not paying you right now.
Just one problem. Don't have the coin. See if I can't get some, then come back.
I shall patiently await your return.
Alright, pay the boot back black for information. Stupid little kid. I only have 1800 crowns. Screw it. Fine. You win. What? Oh. You know what? I'm taking your price list. Yeah, how about that? Cleaning services, priceless. Leather boots, polish and shine, 20 crowns. Leather boots, polished without shine, not recommended, 15 crowns. Single leather boot with shine for war veterans and other invalids, and even for tightwads, 12 crowns. Cleaning knights, girdles, and other leather accessories, 30 crowns if boots are clean as well, and 20 crowns if boots are not cleaned, so it's worth having everything cleaned. Special offer, metal cleaning, set of plate armor, 40. Breastplate, 15. Knee plates, 15. Bassinet, 15. If you have something to be cleaned that is not on the price list, I can clean it. Price subject to agreement. Come a mess, leave well dressed. You see, I'm the bleeding best. Oh my god. He is a little too smart for his own good.
Well, greetings, noble sir. Please, take a seat.
I'm gonna have to pay 500 crowns to this
Good
guy.
sir. Have you gathered the sum we spoke of?
Fine. Here you go.
Here, your coin. Put it to good use.
1,000 thanks. I shan't forget it. Now to the matter at hand. I know the fellow you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron, gets his boots cleaned every few days. He's very good to me. Always pays me a premium.
A premium like
Know where I
500
might
crowns?
find him?
No, but you could wait here. Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him? Or maybe notice which direction he came from?
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where folk come from. I clean.
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am, thank you. The local necropolis. The air does wonders for me. Now, if I might intercede, I dare say I've the right question to ask. Young man, you see this vial? 1 drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort, and piles more coin. I'm prepared to give you this vial if you tell me where the man we seek lives.
But you won't hurt him, will you? The gentleman's art, true, but he's kind.
In point of fact, he's a friend. Yet we had a falling out of sorts and would like to straighten matters out.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port. The door is red, but I do not know if the gentleman lives there.
Worth checking. Might happen on a lead.
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go? With all due respect, sirs, your boots could stand a cleaning.
Thank you. Perhaps later.
Some kind of miracle polish. Alright. That was expensive information.
Handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right approach. That's the trick to dealing with children.
Yeah, saw that. Meaning, the right thing to bribe them with.
What is this pamphlet? Oh, okay. The one that's bad-mouthing Anna Henrietta. Got it. So Regis knows where to go. Just follow him. Red door.
One the bootblack mentioned.
What is this
We
place?
shall talk later. Let's find Dettlaf. We're close. I can feel it.
I can usually examine these signs.
We shall talk later.
I guess not this
Let's
one.
find Dettlaf.
It's got some crows. Oh my god, it's got a lot of crows. Dettlaf's eyes, I'm guessing.
Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, Dettlaf, I'm coming for you. A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
Gotta remember, we're working with a supernatural vampire here. Yeah, there you go. He just transforms into some mist.
Nice. Ever consider becoming a burglar? Skill like that'd come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull. Come.
Yeah, that's like asking, Jeff Bezos to become a burglar. What would he need to steal other people's money for? When you're that powerful, You don't need to steal stuff.
He here? Sense him?
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
Creepy place.
Let's look around.
I was never a huge fan of dolls, but dolls suspended from the ceiling with these puppeteer strings, yeah, that's worse. Pretty sure that's worse. Got 2 notes here. Eviction notice. Due to the non-payment of rent for the premises used for shopkeeping purposes, the Administrative Court of Beauclair orders the tenant Ulrich de Samp to vacate the premises within 7 days. Not complying with this eviction notice shall cause a custodial sentence to be imposed on the debtor. The length of the sentence shall be determined by the debtor's court. Bailiff Victor Lemaire. And dear master shopkeeper, for a long time I have been asking my parents to buy me a toy. Mummy always cries and says that we haven't got any money. Daddy gets cross when I ask him when he will earn some, and once he nearly hit me. My friends have beautiful toys. Laura has a teddy bear and Michelle has a doll with golden hair that you can brush with a real comb. I worry that I will never have a toy, which is why I am writing to you, master shopkeeper. I wanted to write this letter to you a long time ago, but I didn't know how to write then. Now I know. If you have a pretty toy that other children don't want, I will look after it. It will be happy with me. Please don't laugh at me. I know I am little, but I also know that toys are not really alive. They only live in our imagination. But so what? I would love it very much, Isa. Cute.
Old toy. No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime.
I find these rather disturbing.
You said it. Okay, so this rocking horse was moving earlier. I don't think that has anything to do with anything. Let's go down here. Oh, a lot of these. I'm pretty sure Geralt just says the same thing if I examine them.
Attic. Let's go. So this is his nest. Need to look around.
Yep, we got a crow sitting in the window. What is this?
Tools were used recently. Dettlaf unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Yes. Technically, he has been murdering people. Let's just get technical here, Regis.
Nice tune.
Indeed. I'm not certain why, but it reminds me of home. Our true home from before the conjunction of spheres.
Not that these different worlds have names or anything, but I would be very interested to find out where Regis and Dettlaf came from. They're both from the same house of vampires. The only... was it house or clan? Whatever. The only clan that still exists on this continent. The other clans have kind of moved on beyond the sea or beyond the mountains. But they were all at one point from the same world that was not this one. Same thing with humans. It's actually unclear if humans and vampires came from the same sphere, but most likely not. And this sphere that we live in right now is the one of the outer folk, like dwarves and elves and stuff. Alright, suspicious letter.
Dettlaf van der Eretain, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renawed. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh. Yet you can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe. You must complete the killing in 3 days. Fail, and the next letter you receive will contain a memento of your failure. Your beloved's finger.
There you have it. Proof positive Dettlaf killed not of his own accord. A blackmailer sunk his claws into him.
It's interesting that higher vampires can't even be blackmailed. I suppose they have feelings just like anyone else. So who could this person be?
Any idea what it could be? Dettlaf have any enemies?
Indeed. Dettlaf gains foes occasionally, but they never live long.
One might have managed to evade him.
Possible in theory, but I know of none. It would have to be someone devilishly dangerous. As you well know, having faced Dettlaf yourself, whoever it is someone new.
Alright. And what about this Renowed?
Who's Renowed?
His one-time lover. The sole human woman with whom he was very close. Because she accepted him. With her aid and care, he found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
Ever meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him a time before he came around to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
Oh. That's a good drawing, though. Dettlaf is an artist. So, why do you think she went missing?
Why do you think that? Any signs or clues to that effect?
None to be found. Apparently she disappeared one day. Her belongings disappeared with her. Not a scenario one associates with kidnapping. In my humble opinion, she left on her own. Scared off, perhaps, by a bout of Dettlaf's rage that revealed his other, more monstrous side.
Dettlaf have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him?
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing? And Dettlaf is so much more emotional than most humans. Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
Problem is she's not a vampire, so she doesn't have to abide by these vampire pack laws.
Dettlaf ever try to find her? I mean, if she was that important. Higher vampires have their ways, all kinds. Should have been easy as pie for him.
Geralt, as you rightly noted, we are vampires, not miracle workers. He searched for months on end before giving up. Clearly Renowed knew him all too well. Enough to cover her tracks, leave no way for him to find out.
Fair enough. But, yeah, looks like we have an actual kidnapper on our hands this time.
Even if Renowed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her this time.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her, get her back.
Complete with ransom letter and everything.
Kill, that's clear.
As would you be for Yennefer. He kills for he cares for her deeply. And that blood, those individuals, they mean nothing to him.
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Right, so someone's blackmailing him. We know that. Still have no idea who. Need to look around some more.
Come to think of it, there are no female higher vampires in this game. Just Regis and Dettlaf. Both of which are dudes. Okay, so here's another letter, yeah?
Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac-Peyrin, Count Delacroix.
Dettlaf's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
Must have come from whoever wrote the letter. All of it written using the same ink. See the color? Ink was dyed with cinnabarite. Rare mineral, pretty much found only in
Nazaire. But I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
Look, this slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either. Especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
That's kind of the beginning of any investigation story, isn't it? Someone finds a note and it's stained with some kind of a drink. And that stain turns out to be the thing that incriminates whoever was writing the notes. Seems a little cliche, but man, I don't think Witcher 3 did it first.
Blackmailer. Kinda curious who it could be.
Why is that?
Regis. Somebody kidnapped a vampire's lover. Bold to begin with. Now they're forcing the vampire to kill. A vampire you yourself insisted no murderer. Blackmailer's skilled. Someone special.
Astute. Now that I think of it, I'm beginning to wonder if...
It's not one of your kind? Another vampire?
Precisely. The plot thickens.
Just a hypothesis. Wouldn't set my heart on it till we know more.
Right you are.
Okay, so we suspect another vampire.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Dettlaf's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazari ink, and not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Dettlaf's innocence, clearly.
Yeah, I suppose it would be unfair to assume Dettlaf set all of this up knowing that Geralt would find the evidence and possibly tricking him into thinking that Dettlaf himself is not the true culprit. That seems a little far-fetched. I mean, it's not completely impossible, so you can't rule that out. And I feel like Geralt's the type of person who wouldn't rule that out. But still, it seems a little silly. Let's just say, yeah, he's innocent for now.
Actually, it is. Dettlaf's being manipulated. Some lunatics turned him into a tool, making him kill.
So it would seem. But this illuminates a path of action for us. We must find Renowed, render the blackmail senseless. The lunatic or ticks will thus lose hold on Dettlaf.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Dettlaf? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his lover?
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help. I'll await him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Think he'll listen?
He will.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No, he'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear. I'd better stay alone. You must trust me on this.
Fine. Need to report to the Duchess first.
So be it. We'll await you here. Dettlaf and I both.
Ooh, okay, sounds great. I may be reading a little too into this, but Regis did use the word lunatic or lunatics. This is definitely reading a little too much into this, but just to give you guys an idea of what goes on in my mind through these conversations. A lunatic is traditionally described as someone who goes crazy under the moon. You know, that's why it's lunatic. And vampires tend to go a little crazy under the blood moon, like when the moon glows red, whenever that happens. And that just further goes to show, maybe point to the fact that the culprit is vampire. That's certainly not the case, but it's interesting to think about. So yeah, there's that. I think that's a charcoal drawing. Very good.
Geralt, I'd never wish to give the impression I do not enjoy your company. The truth is quite the opposite, in fact. However...
Yeah, I know. Dettlaf's not likely to show up as long as I'm here. But 5 minutes won't hurt, will it?
I suppose not. I was wrong to press you to go. You wish to ask something?
Yeah, I just want to have a nice little conversation. You know, how did you and Dettlaf meet? That's a good conversation icebreaker.
Been meaning to ask you. How'd you and Dettlaf meet?
A somewhat uncomfortable subject.
I'm all ears and I got time.
As you well know, during my teething years I had a spell during which I abused blood. Among vampiric youth I was, all false modesty aside, rather popular. I ran with the plasma crowd. I made a great many acquaintances, one of whom was Dettlaf. But our paths soon diverged. You see, our band had an appetite for chasing youthful capers. Blood-guzzling contests, that sort of thing. Let's turn into bats and terrify the ladies. Dettlaf thought it all foolish. He was right, of course. Though I only came to understand this later.
Sorry, just can't imagine you as a young vampire rabble-rouser, renegade, punk.
You know of our exceedingly long lifespans. They allow us plenty of time to change. I, for one, thank the gods for that.
The vampire gods, I think he means. I don't think he believes in the same deities that us measly humans believe in. But yeah, just imagining Regis being this kind of adolescent, immature vampire perusing around with his whatever abilities, trying to scare humans. It's kind of funny. And Dettlaf also obviously being the mature voice of reason. Yeah, I can definitely see that, but we don't really know too much about Dettlaf in particular. So,
Just wondering, What if Dettlaf doesn't show?
He'll show.
Tell me, how's this work? When I need a short answer, concise, quick, you're likely to give me a scholarly lecture. But when I could use some details, elaboration, all I get is a few grunts. What's that about?
Allow me to explain. When speaking of facts, tangible matters, I do indeed strive to express myself precisely and at length. However, when our discussions center on affairs of the intuition or things vampiric, my utterances are indeed towards the taciturn. For even the longest discourse would not allow me to explain to my interlocutor any issue of this purview satisfactorily. Therefore, I repeat, Dettlaf will show, sooner or later.
Yep, I'm just a stupid interlocutor. In other words, that long explanation he just gave me, he remains quiet about vampires because we're too stupid to understand. I gotcha.
Take care, Regis.
And then we just like, goodbye. I got it. Alright, so we need to report to Anna. Got some more information on the vampire, or on the beast. I don't think she actually knows it's a vampire just yet. But it's actually been a while since we talked to her. Hasn't been since the festivities. Let me just see. What is this thing here? This thing has a unique icon on the map.
Apologize.
No one gives a
the
hoot
best
about
this
us
side of the Yaruga.
What are you selling exactly?
Top quality dyes. Guaranteed to produce intense colors that never bleed.
None for me, thanks.
What do you mean? Even the best warrior must look kempt, care for his appearance. For example, he might favor bright colors to stand out from the crowd, or dark to slip unseen through his lover's window by night.
Usually focus on armor's other attributes. Color's not so important. But I guess there's some sense to what you say.
There certainly is. Please, peruse and purchase. You shall not be disappointed.
Okay, let's see what kind of dyes he has.
Show me what you got.
I would like to dye this armor set, but again, it's like I noticed a couple of episodes, or last episode, you can't dye this armor because it's kind of a mod, and the mod author hasn't included all of the different palettes for this armor, so it's nice to know that he sells these dyes, so I don't have to craft them, but I don't think we'll be using these services too frequently.
Dyeing clothes a popular service around here? Never come across something like this before.
For in the north, all is grey, drab and muted. Quite the opposite to Toussaint. Here, look around and you will see the green of verdant hills, the deep blue of the lake, and the blood red of wine. It's no wonder we love her dyes. A lady will change the color of her dress to match her mood. To green when she is jealous, to yellow when she wishes to radiate joy. A knight, in turn, might, with color, signal the nature of his vow. White to show he's made a vow of chastity, for instance.
Need to stop introducing myself as the White Wolf, then. Gotta go. So long.
Oh god, Geralt, really? Did you have to say that? Just to prove to people that you are definitely not one who advocates chastity, huh? Yeah. Alright. I think I know where he's coming from. Although, to be fair, in this playthrough, we never really slept around with anyone insignificant. I mean, yeah, there was Shani and Kira and who else? Yennefer. I probably should have said Yennefer first. But yeah, like no one else. We didn't go to any brothels. We didn't, do anything with Triss. It's okay. We've been relatively abstinent. I don't know. I don't think you can gradate abstinence like that. But whatever. White Wolf, fine. Okay, we're just walking through Beauclair right now, and there's a castle up there. Beautiful, beautiful. The Duchess is obviously going to be in there, and we need to pay her a visit.
Well, Will you stay long?
Whistling on the job, are you? Get back to work, you. That's the Gwent tournament. That's the half-breed guy. Yep, seen all of these. There's another poster for the Gwent tournament. Man, they really want us to know that there's a Gwent tournament. There's another one there.
Hey, excuse me.
Phew, stinky.
Okay, here we go. The Beauclair Castle is actually elven architecture. I don't remember there's definitely a name for the guy who designed this castle. I don't know, like Francois or something like that. Probably not, but they make a mention of it in the books. They're like, oh, this guy designed this castle. No wonder it's so elegant and beautiful. Yeah.
The Camerlengo best not be late with my pen.
Okay, very lively around here. I like that.
They say a great deal about you, Witcher, and whisper even more.
And for some reason, there are just a bunch of random horses standing on these pathways. There was one on the bridge. There's one over here. I'm pretty sure we rode this one up here. But, why is it still here?
Want to play tag? You'd never catch me.
Okay, so we can go up that way, or we can check out this little gazebo here. And, yes, light the fire. Hahaha. What's this guy looking at?
Brandy and blossoms, my two true loves.
That's what he's looking at. Got it. I mean, to be fair, like, whose two true loves aren't those two things, huh?
Wisdom and goodness to the fire.
Alright. Up we go. This place is so intricate and elegant. It's too bad that we can't really do anything here. I mean, we can kind of stand around and listen to the people chatter. But there's no real conversations with these NPCs. They're just very generic.
Such are the times, my good fellow.
It's one thing I really love about the Elder Scrolls games, just a little bit more than the Witcher games, is that there are very few generic NPCs. Like, I mean, yeah, the town's guards in Elder Scrolls games are generic, but you can still have a conversation with them most of the time. But every single named NPC, which is most people in the game, you can have a conversation with them. You can take up side quests with them. In The Witcher 3, it's much more focused on the real characters. And also, I think the side quests in The Witcher 3 are just a bit more intricate. They go a bit more into depth about the moral gray areas of being a Witcher. Sometimes having to make tough choices. Not to say that, you know, Elder Scrolls games don't have tough choices in their quests. It's just there's a bit more gravity to the decisions made in this game. And this really comes to light if you decide to play Thronebreaker. I've mentioned this game like many times throughout this playthrough, but if at this point you still have not played Thronebreaker, you need to play it. It's a Gwent spin-off game, but the Gwent plays nothing like the Gwent in this game. It's more like the multiplayer version, but actually it doesn't really play much like the multiplayer version either. The card effects are all different. But even if you don't like the gameplay, there's actually a story difficulty where you can kind of just like skip all the combat in the game and then just play it purely for the story. Even then, it's worth it. I mean, it's a cheap game. It's like, what, $30? If you live in America, maybe 20. If you get it on sale, you can probably get it for like 15 or 10. That's lunch money. Okay, this is like some guy laughing hysterically. Alright, here we go.
And what of the funeral preparations?
Ah, damn it. I want to listen to that chatter, but never know how close I can get.
Master Witcher.
I was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Hey.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
Trouble was already here before I arrived, okay?
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Oh, I didn't catch it, but I did find it. It's gonna get pretty complicated from here on out, I gotta admit.
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast? I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster, and you return with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
Okay, so we're being very candid to these people about the nature of vampires. But, this guy, like, who is this? Damien de la Tour? He is completely delusional about the strength of true higher vampire. You can't just kill him with your battue. No, not even with the entire guard of Toussaint. We're gonna need something a bit more powerful and significant to solve this contract. So, I'm not gonna say that. He might actually send these people to their death. So you need to stay out of this, Damien.
Whoa, this is work for a witcher, not for your guardsmen.
Yet when a witcher fails, my guardsmen must step in. I'll take my best. 40 hardened veterans. No vampire can stand up to that.
40, 50, 100? Doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What, then, do you intend to do?
That's a good question. What do we want to do? But first of all, we gotta get something clear. This is not a common monster.
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Yeah, impossible. If so great is their power, why have they not killed or enslaved us all?
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
And they do not fear we shall wipe them out one day.
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that. They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up a very obscure and actually kind of funny analogy. This is kind of like if all the... So, we're gonna assume that humans on Earth are these higher vampires, and higher vampires in the Witcher world. And then we're gonna make the comparison that chickens in the real world are the humans in the Witcher world. Chickens far outnumber humans, on Earth. I think the ratio is something like, 4-1, 5-1, but whatever the case, they outnumber humans. What if all chickens just suddenly had the urge to attack the humans? They just go all crazy and try to wipe us out because they outnumber us, right? I mean, sure, maybe some people will get hurt. Maybe it will make life inconvenient for us. But no, they're not going to do anything. Like, they outnumber us, just like the humans outnumber the higher vampires in the Witcher universe, but you can't do anything. But, and no, like, the vampire. Even then, the vampires probably won't even care that the humans are attacking because, well, first of all, they need the humans for their blood. They don't need it, but it's good stuff, right? It's like we don't want to kill off all the chickens in the world because, well, who doesn't love themselves a nice piece of chicken? So unless you're a vegetarian or something, but for the most part, you don't want to kill off these things just because they're inconvenient. You learn to deal with them. That's probably what the vampires would do. Yeah, that's my very obscure metaphor for this kind of comparison. I don't think it really applies that well, but the gist of it is there. So, our next step, I guess, is to find him and talk to him.
Try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it. Ha.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free, or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
Fair enough, but first we have to find this woman.
Which is why that's my aim now, to prevent further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly. Kidnap the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
This.
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. As soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop! In Tucson, wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine, or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Est, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Witcher, show him the paper scrap.
The royal wine taster.
Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
Yes. The west bank of the Saint Latour. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high. It's simple. Saint Real, the 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Saint-Real was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
Saint Real, 1269. And how impressive is this Benoit guy? Just by sniffing a piece of paper with a stain on it, he can tell the color, the smell, the smell, where it was made, the year it was produced, and exactly what type of wine it is. Are you kidding me? I don't think there's anyone in the world who can do that. Maybe if they had a taste of what wine, like really high-profile wine connoisseurs might be able to kind of guess at what exactly it is, and not even then with perfect accuracy. But this guy, all he needed to do was sniff this scrap of paper. Man, Anna, you need to keep him close because he is very impressive.
Saint Real. Never heard of it.
It's highly unlikely you've ever had a chance to partake of it. As I said, it is only ever served to the ducal family.
Didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of paper. Unless your Grace's sommelier is mistaken.
In matters of wine, Benoit is never mistaken. If he says it's Sonreal, it is Sonreal. We must ride to Castel Revello at once. Discover what has happened.
That actually reminds me, we did read a note at one point that says the previous ducal sommelier who tastes wine for the Duchess was actually... what was it? It's like he was driven out of Beauclair or something like that. He... what happened to him? It's a guy that died inside the Shelmar cave, right? He was trying to bring a Shelmar to the Duchess to impress her, because apparently the Emperor brought her a Shelmar, and she was, I don't know, she was impressed, I guess, maybe. And he wanted to do the same thing. And this guy, he was also a wine taster, and he's dead. I don't know why I brought that up, but it's just interesting, I suppose.
Wait, your Grace wants to go with me? Out of the question.
Oh, I brought it up because...
Suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and do nothing while our duchy is in grave danger.
Tell you in a bit.
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt. We will travel incognito. We've no wish to give the court any reason to gossip. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
Failed already. Okay, so the reason I brought it up, the one guy who was ousted as the royal wine taster, is because he thought that Sanrial tasted like undrinkable swill. Not his exact words, I don't think, but something to that effect. He thought the ducal wine is just not at all decent. And with Anna saying that it's only served to the ducal family, I don't know. Maybe it's something that only royalty can appreciate. Who knows? Do we want to go right now? You know what? Give me some time.
Need more time.
Make haste. Time is of the essence.
Yes, it is. But it's okay. Huh. The sun is already beginning to set. Oh my god, that is like really pretty. Can we go inside this place? Oh no, damn it. Key required. Anna, I want to visit your castle. Key required. That's unfortunate. Okay, well then... Let's see here. Oh, maybe one of these. I so want to explore her castle right now. Come on.
Stocks and the whip await those running riot. Our duchy values peace and quiet.
Good man. Okay, you know what? I don't think I can get it. Oh, maybe this door?
Right and fair.
Locked. Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, I don't want to start another main quest just at the end of an episode here. That's why I wanted to maybe do a little exploration, but I don't think that's possible for now. So, what we're going to do instead is to just read a couple of books. We do have some of them stored here in Roach. As a matter of fact, wait a minute, what do these do? Huh, where do these letters come from? Suspicious letter... Oh, wait, I didn't want to deposit them. So let's just get these out. Oh, these come from, the Dettlaf's place. It's the ones that we've already seen, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, we have... Let's do 2 books. This one and this one. Alright, so first of all, let's take a look at these notes. Okay, so these ones, Geralt only briefly went over them, but we can read them in full over here. Sheet 1. Count Crespi called himself a knight, but spat in the face of chivalry. That's why he should not die with a sword in his hand, but atone for his dishonor on the town pillory. He was a rogue, and he should die like a rogue's death. Sheet 2. You did well with Count Crespi. He got what he deserved. Now it's time for Ramon Dulac. That idiot thought he was smarter than a new penny, always issuing his judgments, which broke people's futures and necks. He was a fool and should die like a fool, alone with no weapon in a dark alley with a broken neck. Wow. Sheet 3. Count de la Croix committed the basest of acts out of his love for money. He tore to shreds the hearts of those who trusted him. That is why you will cut him to pieces and attach the coin pouch accompanying this letter to his body. Sheet 4. Your penultimate victim is Milton de Peyrac Peyran. He who should have shown valor in the defense of the innocent turned out to be the greatest coward of the Beauclair knighthood. That is why he must die like a coward. You will kill him during the tournament. When the hare hunt commences in the ducal gardens, Milton will be the hare. He will escape like a coward. Then you will hunt him down and kill him, just like a hunter kills a coward. Oh my goodness. Alright. Man, whoever's writing these, not a decent person at all. And in this suspicious letter, Dettlaf van de Eretine, you don't know us, but we know you better than you think. We know your past, your origins, your secrets. We know that you are a vampire, and we know about your weakness and a woman called Renawed. We have news for you. Renawed is alive and well at the moment. How long this lasts is entirely up to you. Renawed has everything she needs, even Koviri pears, for which, as you know, she has a particular liking. All this, however, may change soon. If you do not meet our demands, Renawed may soon be missing not only pears, but bread and water also. We will lock her away in a rat-infested dungeon and start to torture her. First, we will pull out her fingernails, then we will break her bones, and finally we will strip her skin off piece by piece. Ugh, okay, that's a little graphic. You, however, can save her. All you have to do is go to Beauclair and kill 5 people in a specific way. 5 unimportant souls for the woman you love. You will shortly receive a letter with the first name and instructions. You have 3 days to perform the killing. If you do not succeed, instead of the next letter, you will receive a finger of your beloved. Don't try to look for us. You won't find us. You're friends. Oh, jeez. Definitely not friends. Alright, so there's the context for our story. Let's read this. Noble Houses of Tucson, Volume 57. Sanrial, alternatively Sanrio, literally royal blood. The legendary line which some trace back to the first lords of the lands, now lying in Tucson and northwestern Hackland. The first mention of Wilhelm the Bold, the line's founder, comes from Elven manuscripts found during reconstruction of the Beauclair Palace in 1095. Since this source, like all things Elven, is unreliable and should not be taken into consideration by historians, the existence of House Sanrial must be considered a mere fable. Salvarez, or Salvarez, of the Regulus Platinum Crest, and this line takes its name from Salvar the Lame, who was made a count in the year 1189 by Duchess Caraberta for her service to the ducal throne. The de Salvarez line's crest depicts a Regulus Platinum, one of the so-called silver basilisks, whose existence is highly suspect. Its classification as a species considered erroneous by most zoologists. Not really erroneous. We did kill the last one of the species, unfortunately. I'm still wondering if I made the right choice, but whatever, it's gone. Torricella of the Two Towers crest, an ancient line whose founders most likely first settled the lands of present-day Tucson near the year 984. They waged fierce war against the elves until the 6th decade of the 11th century, when all of what is now Tucson fell under human control. Yes, and we did reenact that final scene during that extreme cosplay side quest. Very interesting, that one. That was when the last elven king of Tucson was defeated and basically banished from the land. The Civil War in Tucson. The year 781 marked the final end of the elven rule in Tucson, the closing of an era that had lasted over 1,500 years. Okay, so we might see something about that particular story in this book. The elves abandoned their ivory cities and left for the mountains, taking with them all they could and destroying everything else. Whatever they could not take and did not manage to demolish or burn, they cursed. The last elven sovereign, Dettlaf, hundreds of years old, yet fair as a youth, was defeated. Weeping over the slain army of his forever young brothers and sisters, he agreed to pay homage to Ludovic, the first human king of Tucson, who, though young, was as shrunken and ugly as the night after Salvine. Putting on no end of airs and graces, Ludovic boasted, "Look, the proud elf shall bow down before me and kiss my royal feet with humility." To degrade Dettlaf even further, Ludovic decided the homage should take place in the Elf King's barely abandoned palace. The throne on which Ludovic now boldly lunged bore still smoldering marks from the fire set by the elves, who had sought to burn the whole palace down as they left. So the proud elven king bowed down before the human king and offered him a sacrifice of bread and wine, as well as a sword and shield. Spewing out merciless mockery all the while, Ludovic received this homage, then immediately ordered his guards drag Dettlaf beyond the palace gates and throw him down the stairs as if he were a beggar. Witnesses claimed the proud elf remained calm throughout the whole event, but when left alone, Dettlaf wiped the blood off his face and vowed cruel revenge on the king, revenge that would come from stone as cold as the king's heart. Yet these ominous words bore no fruit, for in the year 782, before the homage was renewed, Dettlaf drew his last breath along his remaining soldiers when the Toussaintois decided to celebrate the anniversary of the surrender of the elven sovereign with a pogrom of non-humans on the slopes of Mount Gorgon. Few survived. Yeah, these pogroms, they happen too frequently. Seriously. People just cannot live with each other, just different races. The pogrom of Rivia, for example, the one where Geralt supposedly died in the book saga, but obviously he lives in the games, but yeah, pretty awful. We can't just live together, even though elves and humans look so similarly. Roach, what's going on with you? Oh my god. Did you see that? Roach was just sliding along the floor. With, dwarves and halflings and gnomes, I can kind of understand because they look very different. They're smaller, their faces are a bit different. But with elves, they look just like humans, but with pointy ears. Like, seriously? What's the point of being racist towards them? Just live together, man. Of course, this is basically the 12th or the 13th century. I guess when the war happened, it was literally the 8th century. And discrimination and segregation is basically a prerequisite to civilization. It has to exist. Anyways, guys, we're gonna move on with the next section of the main quest in the next episode. This one is called Wine is Sacred. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you next time.